Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition, or shortened SE. It's the remastered version of what may be the best game ever created, or at least one of the best games created, according to me at least, but I also think according to the whole gaming community, Skyrim. Personally, I love the Elder Scrolls series. I love what Bethesda does. I love Fallout 4, Fallout 3, New Vegas, of course, and I've played Morrowind, I've played Oblivion, even a bit of Daggerfall, but I think Skyrim is my favorite because the immersion in this game is just beyond everything I ever experienced in gaming, I guess. And the game was released in 2011, it's now 2016, 5 years later. And it's also the last time that I played the game in 2011. My save game was ruined, so I didn't complete the game. I didn't touch the main quest or the big factions at all. I didn't touch the DLC. I didn't touch the mods. And this is where this Let's Play will be kind of special is like a big word, but different because I'm playing the modded version. And I guess many people will play modded versions. I'm playing on PC. Mods that will enhance, I hope, enhance my game. And now, I know that there are plenty mods in the original Skyrim. A shitload of mods, actually. And not all mods can be activated in this special edition version. I think many of them aren't ready yet for the special edition. But there are a lot and plenty enough to enrich the gaming experience. So I'm in Riverwood at the moment. I've played through the intro. I needed to test some things, so this is where the game starts for me, or for us. I did a little this and that, but I never ventured out of I ventured out of Helgen, and then I entered Riverwood. But first, before I jump into that, I want to show you the mods that I have installed. Let's see if it loads in quickly. And I just hope that they're all working correctly. I didn't have any negative effects yet, but you never know. There are, I think I've installed between 15 or 20 mods, something. And it's a selection of the most popular and highest rated mods out there. So if we go from the start, we have the Campfire mod, which lets you create campfires. And it's the most feature-rich camping gameplay mod for Skyrim, it says. And the foundation of Frostfall. And I'll get to Frostfall later. I've also Frostfall installed. Basically, you can make campfires when you're out in the wild, and you kind of need that to survive out there. And it also creates a little bit of immersiveness to the game. I'm not sure how it works yet. I've been through the options a little bit. You can create campfires not everywhere, but almost everywhere in the game. But you need to collect ways to start the fire, like flints, and you need wood. And then you can just sleep there with your companions, but you also need to take care of wildlife. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure how it works exactly yet, but it seems like a cool thing to do. And it adds some survival skills, resourcefulness, and instincts. You can use those by going to the shout menu. You can also get to all the settings of the mods during that way. I will show you in this video, of course, later on. And then we have, this is you need this. I think you need this. The Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. I think every Elder Scrolls game has a patch like these. It's, Bethesda games always have a lot of bugs, and they could make the game fun. I personally don't mind some bugs because sometimes it leads to funny situations, but they can also be game breaking, and then it could become annoying. So yeah, there would be still, I think there are still bugs in the game, but there are a lot of bugs fixed with this patch. And I personally like Bethesda games for the randomness and the surprise you can encounter anywhere in the world. And this patch won't annihilate that, but it will it makes it a little bit better and smoother. So yeah, that's an important one. Then we have the static mesh improvement. I'm just going to read this a little bit. It's a massive project to greatly improve the appearance of countless 3D models in Skyrim. like architecture, clutter, furniture, landscaping, and general visual quality. So yeah, it makes the game more detailed, I suppose, a lot of objects more detailed. And of course there is a major graphic update since the vanilla Skyrim. So I'm not using many like graphic enhancing mods. I'm not sure if there are many yet though. Okay, moving on. We have the Ordinator, Perks of Skyrim. I will show you a bit more later on. This overhauls the whole perk system. And I just decided to try it out because it looks interesting. And last time I played the game, I did it with the original one, of course. So let's mix it up a little bit. Basically, it adds way more skills and more options. So I'm eager to play around with it. And if it doesn't work, I can always go back. That's the good thing about these mods. You can turn them off and on pretty easily. And I remember playing Oblivion, and it was so much harder to install mods because you didn't have the Steam Workshop and all the likes. So yeah, the loading order is still important though. So yeah, if I encounter any bugs in the game, then I maybe must be playing with the load order of the mods, or maybe disable some. So yeah, this is new. Then we have the Apocalypse Magic of Skyrim. It adds 155 spells, but it doesn't like, it stays close to the source game. So it's not like crazy stuff, but it, you know, it adds to the game. It fits in the world of Skyrim. And I won't be playing a heavy magic user, which I will explain later in the video as well. But yeah, it might come in handy. It's actually like maybe 15. It says 28 more spells to every major magic school, so it will be interesting. I could be aware that this is making the game a lot easier, so I should be wary. If any mod will make the game a lot easier, then I'll turn it off. But you'll see in a moment that my game is anything but easier because of some survival mods. Anyway, we move on to the next mod, Wet and Cold. This one I'm very excited for. Apparently, this mods add weather-dependent visual effects and NPC AI enhancement. Now, the last one is interesting. So, characters in-game react to the weather situation. Like, if it's raining, they all go inside. And yeah, that's kind of fun. It adds a realistic feature to it. It could also be very weird. Could lead to very weird situations, but yeah, that makes it all the more fun. And some effects, as you can see, like water hits from body parts, snow will accumulate, strong winds, so it all makes it a little bit more interesting. And my game crashed to Windows for a second, but it's fixed now, so maybe there was a silence. But now I'm back. So yeah, it makes it more interesting. Wet and Cold, interesting mod. I'm eager to see how that plays out. Then we have Enhanced Blood Texture. This is a little one. It makes the game a little more bloodier and with more blood splatter. Nothing too special. If it's like overdone, I will disable it, but I'll leave it on for now. Immersive Citizen. Now this is a very interesting one as well. It will greatly improve the artificial intelligence of friendly NPCs, citizens, in order to make them act and react like true humans in relation to their environment or to an aggressor, thereby increasing in-game immersion. Yeah, it has been elected File of the Month, so it must be good. So this is interesting because they will react better to situations, and it makes them more, this is interesting, it makes them more unpredictable, and they're already unpredictable now and then, so I am very excited for this one as well. I'm kind of worried that the mod is in conjunction with Open Cities, and I have Open Cities as well, so I hope they don't conflict, but I'll get to that later. Then the next one, this is a small one. It adds lampposts to make the world or the roads a little more bright. The roads feel more alive and traveled. I don't have a lightning mod yet that makes the game a little bit darker, like realistic darkness, but I might in the future. belt fastens quivers. This is a little one as well. Instead of having your belt or your quiver on your back, it's on your hip, so you can see your armor better. That's basically what it does. Now, this is one of the most interesting mods out there ever created. It's Frostfall, hypothermia, Campire, and this is like the basis to the survival mode in Fallout 4, and a different mod. We'll get to that as well. But this one, I have it on hardcore settings, which means that my character can die of coldness if it's exposed to too much in the open while there's blizzards and stuff. I will freeze to death. I can't dive into the water because if I do, I need to get to a campfire or dress warmly. And I can elaborate a little bit more in my shout menu later on what the options are. I'm playing, like I said, on hardcore. I can set on other difficulty modes as well. I'm just, the settings are on the most realistic immersive settings. If it becomes too hard, then I might soften it a little bit. And I play the game on adept, by the way. That's normal. It's not like I'm playing extreme or master or expert, whatever. I'm not sure what it's called. So the enemies and the damage I deal and take is just the same, although the environment can be killing for me. That's very interesting. Keeping tedium to a minimum, I hope that. So yeah, there's some survival stuff I have going on. Then we have this one. This adds a follower. It's been downloaded very often, so I thought it was interesting. Sofia, the fully voiced follower. We can pick her up at Whiterun. I'll see what it does. It's interesting. I like that the game is already so stupid big. I mean, one of the biggest games ever with all the DLC, so it's cramped with content already, but I have some more content in there. And this one is really interesting. I'm really interested in this one. The Forgotten City. It adds a unique 6 to 8 hour experience, a whole quest, a new underground city, and this is just interesting. I'm not sure if I ever get to it, but who knows? Because survival takes me a long time. The game is slower that way, and I intend to do a lot of it. I'm just going to free roam and take every quest I can. So yeah, who knows where the path leads me. Then we have VioLens, a kill move mod. This adds some finisher moves, so it could be interesting. Not very special, I think, but it adds a little more visual cues to the battle. Now this one is very interesting as well for survival instincts, because with this one you need to look for food, water, and you need to sleep, or else you get negative effects or even die. With this one I set it on the most difficult settings as well, which means the food is scarcer than normal. If you consume alcohol, in the beginning you're less thirsty, but then it gets you're being, what's the word for it? You need more water because you're getting dry inside, and you need to sleep like every so often. It's not as hardcore as in Fallout 4, I think, but yeah, the same applies for this one as Frostfall. If it becomes too hard, I will soften it up a little bit, because those two will impact the game greatly, because I need to set campfires, need to do all this stuff besides the normal questing. So yeah, this is an interesting one. Ars Metallica. It adds a little bit of the crafting experience, because I'm playing a wood elf, a stealthy character this time. I used to play a warrior back in the original one, but now I'm playing a wood elf who is very able with the bow and dagger. So he is more of like a thief, and I'm using a little bit of magic as well. So this one enriches the crafting systems for thieves and archers. So I thought it was good for me. Who knows? Then diverse dragons collections. I just put this in as well. It adds 23 unique dragon models. So interesting. I don't hope the dragons will become too hard, but we'll see. This one is a little one. It adds the question mark to Stones of Berenzia. Nothing special. Now this one might be fantastic as well. Relationship dialogue overhaul. It adds over 5,000 lines of completely voiced dialogue for NPCs. It's voiced using the original voices from the game, I guess by editing or something. Basically, your followers will say a lot more to you and you get more responses from the NPCs. So yeah, it might be more interesting that way as well. Then we have realistic water. It makes the water look more realistic. That's all I have to say about it. Open cities. This one is interesting as well because it makes the cities open. Literally, there are no doors in which you will get to an instance where you're inside the city. The cities are now part of the open world, so you can move in and out without loading. This is interesting because the creator says, ever want to ride your horse in the center of Riften? Well, now you can. Well, I wasn't really looking for that, but still. Need to get some help from the city guards to vanquish your foe. Run toward the gates and the guards will do their duty. So yeah, the battle can come inside the town, and dragons can annihilate cities as well. So it might ruin my game because all NPCs could die more easily. But yeah, and this one I'm not sure if it works well with the Immersice Citizens mod. And if it doesn't work well, I will turn this one off. So yeah, I hope it works, but we'll see. We'll see when we get to Whiterun, then we can test it. Then the last one is the last one. We're getting there. Climates of Tamriel is a comprehensive weather and lightning overhaul. So it adds more weather and lightning types. So yeah, it gets more interesting that way as well. So yeah, those are the mods. So there's a whole bunch of them. And like I said, I hope I'm not breaking the game with all these mods. There's a lot more of those mods, but I'm looking for mods that enrich my game experience and not like I've seen Iron Man mods and stuff like that. It doesn't suit the game. It might be fun, but not for me. So and I'm looking for mods that make the games enhancedly easier. So yeah. Now if we look at our power or magic menu. I'm playing this with mouse and keyboard, by the way. You can actually, if you go to powers, normally there would be the dragon shouts. I don't have any yet. You can get to the settings of each and every mod, or not every mod, but like if we select Frostfall, for instance, is already selected. You can actually see how I have the settings. Playing hardcore. For true survival gameplay enthusiasts, traveling takes time, so I can't fast travel. The weather is unforgiving and exposure is a concern even during combat. So at max exposure you will die. Fast travel is disabled. Frigid water is lethal. So I don't want to step in water because then I get hypothermia. Exposure is active. So this might be too hardcore for me. So I'm just going to play it and see if I don't die too much. Because this would be perfect for like a permadeath playthrough. But I'm not doing that. I don't want to die. But I aim to reload if that happens. So currently it's on hardcore. And the last one I want to show you for now is with this resourcefulness I can set up a campfire, which I will not show yet, but I will show you this. This is the one where you need to eat. So we have food removal. There's too much food in Skyrim, says the creator, and there apparently is for this to be challenging, so I've activated this one. It makes the food more scarce, like I said. Alcohol dehydrates, death, reduced carry I didn't do because I don't really like that, because I want to be able to carry stuff, and it's not maybe realistic, but if I've seen it in Fallout. I mean, people needed to drop a lot of loot, and yeah, that's like game breaking for me, so I'm not doing that. I think I've set it up too hard as it is already, but we'll see. So yeah, as far as where I am, like I said, I'm in Riverwood, and the game seems to be running smoothly. It looks a little bit better than before I modded it, and it looks way better than the original Skyrim, by the way. And so what did I do? I'm just popping into the menu once more. I've done the intro. I've done Helgen Keep, of course, else I wouldn't be here. You could also install the mod Alternate Start, but I didn't do that. And then I went to Riverwood. I went with Rayloff because I sided with the Stormcloaks there. It doesn't have any influence on the story later on. So then I've got in contact with Gerder, and she sets me on my way to Whiterun. And I've talked to the people a little bit in Riverwood. I crafted some stuff. I sold and looted some stuff. Not much. And I did some miscellaneous stuff. Not much yet, though. I've did the... you can't see it over here. Unbound is, of course, finished. I did the quest where you have to choose between Faendal and Sven to give the love letter to Camilla Valerius in this town. And I've chosen Faendal because he's also a wood elf and the same class as me. He's also like an archer and a thief, or at least a stealthy character. And I don't like Sven, so he came on as my follower, so he's following me right now. Hello, Faendal. I've given him some items as well. As for my equipment, I'm still pressing the wrong buttons for this. I'm using light armor. I've upgraded a little bit. Studded Imperial armor, torturous hood. Now this one is interesting. You can also pick alone, and also, what am I saying? You can only pick it up in the Skyrim Special Edition. You can get it off the Torturer in Helgen Keep, the first quest. And I've made a Treffel cloak to make me more warm. Okay, now I've got some few potions already over here, so I made those. And I've collected some books. They are stored at Faendal's house. Some scrolls, and I have some magic as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much going on yet. I've been to the Riverwood Trader and the Sleeping Giant Inn. I accepted the quest to take the Golden Claw from Bleak Falls Barrow, and I'm just still very early in the game, so I need to still talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. And I have this Sofia tracking marker. I will activate it. This is the mod. We need to investigate the Bars College, kill the bandit leader located at the Waldheim Towers. I've received a bounty for that. Shrine of Azura, talk to Avenza Arotino, that's for the Dark Brotherhood. Join the Stormcloak Rebellion, visit the College of Winterhold. So a lot of, I'm just highlighting them all, so I've got a lot of tasks already. And yeah, for my powers, I have Oak Flesh, basic magic I will use, clairvoyance, restoration spells, healing, raise zombie, and my active effects, because I'm an elf, a wood elf, is resist disease and poison. So I will have 50% more exposure, and for now I'm well hydrated and sated. So yeah, what I will do now, funnily enough, when I activated this mod, it's like, how late is it? 9 p.m. I've seen NPCs all walk to the inn, because apparently that's where they gather. And at some point, because of the mod, they will go to sleep maybe. And it's decent weather. We're in the south on the map, so it's... whoops, leave it. It's not very cold in the south. This is where the weather gets intense, in the more colder areas. I'm not sure if there's a better map mod yet, but I think I'm digging it. The only mod that I really miss is, and everyone does that, misses it, is the Sky UI mod, because we have to work with this interface, the original interface, and the Sky UI mod is not yet available for Special Edition. So as soon as that is available, I will definitely download it. So yeah, that's about the intro of my Let's Play into Skyrim. I will wrap it up for now. I hope you liked it. I hope you join me in this quest. And I'm very curious to see how the game adds up after these years, especially with these mods. I think it's still awesome. I cannot wait to dig into this game. And the next time I will probably get into the inn, maybe talk a little bit to the people, and then I will set a course for... Probably I'm leaning towards the Bleak Falls Barrow for now instead of Whiterun. But we'll see. So for now, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon in episode 2.